so I'm letting everybody know what I'm doing. Basically, start a program right here. I've been doing the program at the Bric Arts Medium, but this is in the mini studio. Beforehand, I was had a program, or I still have a program, and it's a radio show with the podcasters. So I got that together, and it's starting up with the title. The theme is the veterans, voices of the veterans. So it's already running on the Bric Arts Medium and SoundCloud and YouTube, Facebook, and all the other social media channels. So I'm just reaching out to the public right now and let them know that being that I have that going on, so now I'm going to have live the TV portion. So you're going to see the veterans, the same thing, but it's going to be live with the, you're going to be watching exactly about the veterans that was in Vietnam, that what happened to them when they was over there, and how they was treated when they came back home. And then after about 20, 40 years later, now the veterans being welcomed back to their country and treated like soldiers, like a human being now. And I want to show you that too. And there's other program with veterans, and it's about their Stand Down program that helps out all veterans with everything. I'm talking about food, clothing, jobs, employment, and medical, their benefits, everything, housing. A lot of veterans that's homeless, they got program where they can give them a home as well. And there's another guy that makes, he fixes up cars and just give it to a veteran. So all of this is there. Veterans should know about this. So that's what I'm doing now, reaching out, letting you know exactly what I'm doing to help out veterans, because I'm a veteran. And I was I'm a Vietnam Air veteran, the United States Air Force, and I have my veteran hat on. And so that's what I'm going to be doing now. So basically, that's what you're going to be hearing from me. You're going to be seeing these things. And it's a good thing, you know, veteran reaching out, helping other veterans. But hold your thought, because there's going to be more that I'm going to be reaching out to the public for, let you know what I'm up to, what I'm doing. And there is, we started a program for the Medium Share right here at the Bric Arts Medium. And we had a mentor and two other producers from the Fulton Art Fair. And we already finished that up and got certificates, so I'm going to share that with you, and that came out excellent. And there's other upcoming things that's going on with the galleries that I belong to, and Fulton Art Fair that's coming up with their own affair, and what I'm personally doing with my art and video. So yeah, you're going to hear all of that, and I'm going to give you information how you can get help as veterans. You might have a DD Form 214, and you may have had a bad discharge, or whatever it might be, but there is a program that can help you out, put you back on track. And it's so many things that you're going to be doing. So yeah, it's going to be really something that you're going to need, you know, and so that's a good thing. So other than that, you know, I'm just, you know, making sure everything is running right, and we're going to see what's going on after that, okay?
Welcome home to the veterans of the Vietnam War. Commanding General of the 1st Infantry Division and Fort Riley, Major General Wayne W. Grigsby Jr.
Are you guys going to help me through this? This is just incredible. I thought last night when I was standing in front of the K-State football team at the football game, and I turned around and saw those 18 and 19-year-old kids, big as a house, I thought I saw America. No, I didn't see America. I saw part of it, but what I saw just a couple minutes ago, I saw America. You have a lot to be proud of. Let's also have a round of applause, most importantly, for the spouses and family members of our veterans. Like so many of the soldiers in this hangar, I've been to my fair share of deployment and redeployment ceremonies. My fair share. They're often attended by you, by the veterans. You can pick them out of a crowd, old troopers with wise eyes, wearing hats and patches, recognizing their units or the conflicts in which they serve. We have many dedicated Vietnam vets in the local community that never miss a deployment or redeployment ceremony here at Fort Riley. They never miss it. Whenever I see a Vietnam vet, I make sure to thank them for their service. And when I do, they seem surprised. The trauma of the reception of these men and women received when they arrived home the first time is written all over their hearts. A simple thank you for your service seems so insignificant, but it means the world to the generation that was scorned for fighting the nation's wars, doing what their country asked them to do. We show by our deeds today, and we deeply appreciate your service. And we want to make sure that you get the homecoming that you deserved. Ladies and gentlemen, your actions in Vietnam earned you a place in Grand Order of our combat veterans. Men and women who are forever united by bonds forged in blood, sweat, and steel. You share a bond with all those who put their lives on the line for strangers and faraway lands in the service of freedom. We will not ever forget your sacrifices, and we will continue to honor your legacy. No mission too difficult, no sacrifice too great. Duty first. Thank you very much. Victor. To the greatest generation, to the Vietnam veterans, welcome home. Thank you very much for everything you've done for us. You are now dismissed.
If you can get this for this car, you can call. Okay. Thank you. Help yourself. How you doing? All right, you? Thank you. How are you doing? No autograph, please.
Behind Melvin are two males, one Bric County veteran.
According to Army veteran Clarence Scotton, it seems as if he's always had his head under the hood of a car. While in the service, he used what he learned from his dad, a master mechanic, to keep Humvees humming in Iraq. Now he's using these same repair skills to benefit fellow veterans through a nonprofit he's created, Cars for Vets.
Maybe 2 or 3 days out of the week, I'll take a whole day and I'll do nothing but walk neighborhoods. And then and I start from like 9 o'clock in the morning, 8 o'clock in the morning, till about 5 or 6 in the afternoon.
It's a relentless job that can sometimes be a little uncomfortable.
I haven't been shot, since I've been here, but I have had a few guns pointed at me and people telling me to take and get off their property and leave their cars alone.
Scotty's mission is to find cars in bad repair that can be fixed up, rolled out, and put back to use. Not by him, but by others. Scotty is the founder, creator, and currently sole employee of Cars for Vets, a nonprofit organization that provides a set of wheels to veterans at no charge. Scotty, a veteran of the Iraq War, returned to the States with virtually nothing. No home, little money, and no car.
I needed a car to get around, so about a year and a half ago, I started taking and asking people if I could have their junkers, and I would fix them up and use them for myself, and that would get me back and forth wherever I need to go.
That's how Scotty's idea for Cars for Vets began, and now his resourcefulness is benefiting other veterans who need affordable transportation.
January 23rd of this year, of 2009, is when I decided to make it a nonprofit and call it Cars for Vets, because that's what I've been doing for the past 8 months.
With the help of VA contacts in different states, Scotty's nonprofit is expanding across the nation, relying on donations and contributions to keep it going.
When I'm not walking the communities, I'm making phone calls, I'm doing meetings and stuff to take in and try to promote Cars for Vets, and while doing that, I might take and get a car donation or something.
To help keep costs down, he lives in a friend's living room. Although that doesn't offer much privacy, Scotty doesn't mind making this kind of sacrifice for his fellow veterans.
It's an awesome feeling, to take in and say, here's this car, it's yours. There's no cash involved. Just sign here and it's yours, take it away, do whatever you want with it. So when they take and see the title getting switched and the keys getting passed, and I think, I don't think I cry anymore every time I take and pass the keys. I mean, I used to be a big baby, I think, because it was awesome.
As you can see, Scotty is driven, so to speak, and his ambitions extend far beyond Cars for Vets. So when he doesn't have a wrench in hand, Scotty's hitting the books for a master's degree in construction engineering.
Along with his studies, Scotty is making plans to have his own repair shop at some point in the near future. And even further down the road, he'd like to open a vocational rehab program for vets who want to earn an Automotive Service Excellence Certification, or ASE. His goal is to create a training program taught by veterans for veterans.
I've worn a lot of different kinds of suits in my day. The first one I can remember was a sweatsuit. It was red, white, and blue. I used to wear the hell out of that thing as a kid, especially on the 4th of July. After that was a hand-me-down suit that didn't fit so well. Might have been a little snug in the neck, but it still scored me a date to the dance with Stephanie Smith. I joined the military after high school. That suit was camouflage colored. It may not have been the prettiest number I ever wore, but it sure made me the most proud. I used to think about that uniform a lot because after leaving the service, I got myself into some trouble and, well, let's just say it earned me the right to wear a different orange jumpsuit every day. I spent a lot of time wondering if that was the last suit I was ever going to wear. I mean, it was the first time I'd ever been locked up. To be honest, I was starting to lose hope. But that all changed one day, and never in a million years would I have guessed it would be because of that camo suit I used to wear. Another vet told me about a rep from the VA who comes out to our facility. This rep calls himself a Veterans Justice Specialist, and he was looking to get in touch with any of us prisoners that had ever served in the military. I told my corrections officer that I was a vet, that I wanted to speak with this VA rep, and you know what? The rest was history. I've learned so much from talking to this guy, like how being incarcerated, convicted of a felony, or other legal issues in the past does not exclude us veterans from getting the VA benefits we earned, and how I could set it up so that my family could collect the remainder of my disability benefits while I was serving out my sentence. But I think the biggest help was learning about all the stuff that was waiting for me at the VA as soon as I got out. From helping to find transitional and permanent housing, to help with getting a job or getting back to school. You know, using your GI Bill, to medical and mental health services, and programs to help me with things like PTSD and addiction problems. I've learned a lot, and I mean a lot, of good stuff that I never would have learned had I not gotten in touch with that Veterans Justice Specialist. Together we ironed out a reentry plan. He said it was one of the most important things for me to have, and because he had me take care of all the eligibility paperwork ahead of time, my transition out was a lot smoother than I had ever imagined. Even if I hadn't had a plan at all, I found out that just getting to the closest VA is all it takes to get the ball rolling. There's VAs everywhere, and there is a Veterans Justice Specialist at each one. So yeah, that orange jumpsuit I used to wear every day, that orange jumpsuit is a thing of the past. I did my time, made the most of it while I was there, and thanks to all the services and support that camouflage suit earned me, I'm finally getting to try a new one out. It's called Pinstripes.
As a veteran and Veterans Justice Specialist, I want you to know there are many things you can do that will make a difference in your life while you're still here. And after you're released, find out about these things and take advantage of them. No veteran is forgotten. Ask to speak to a VA representative, and we will do all we can to help you help yourself.
The war wasn't very popular. People were spitting on people in uniform in San Francisco when I came in from Vietnam. We went to Seattle. We was called baby killers.
I wasn't even greeted at the airport. I just came home, went to bed. That was it.
Thank you for joining us this morning for the Fort Hood Vietnam Veterans Welcome Home Ceremony. Today you are home. we are eternally grateful for your service.
It was actually my honor to be out there standing in for my dad today. Extreme pride.
Today was the first time I've ever had an official welcome home, and it was great. It's really great.
I think there never will be full closure, but I think that this event here today has made it so much better.
You may have left the service with a discharge that you're not happy with. You can petition to upgrade your discharge. All of the services have discharge review boards, but I'll tell you, it's very difficult. You have to make a really good case. There's only about 15% overall that actually do get upgraded. If you've gotten an other than honorable discharge, it can only be upgraded to general. If you've got a general discharge, it can be upgraded to honorable, but again, only if you make a good case.
It is a myth. There is no such thing as an automatic discharge upgrade. I know that rumor is out there in all the services, and I can tell you right now, don't listen to it, it's not true. The only way to get your discharge upgrade is by filing a petition that requires a lot of work, that is somewhat complex, and should only be done with the assistance of an attorney.
The discharge review board process is set up so that you have an opportunity to seek an upgrade of your discharge, but they only let you try once. If you submit everything you have and you ask for it and they deny it, that's the only chance you get at upgrading your discharge with a discharge review board. There's no real appeals process. So you got to get it right the first time, so it's often good to hire an attorney to help you. There are lots of circumstances and arguments that we know to make that you may not know how to make. So it all depends also on why you would want your discharge upgraded. You know, of course, that a general discharge is almost the exact same thing as an honorable discharge, except with a general discharge you don't get educational benefits, but all other VA benefits are available to you. And of course, with an other than honorable discharge, you lose all Veterans Administration benefits. So if those are important to you, you may want to take a shot at upgrading your discharge.
Now you can go do it on your own, but if you mess it up, that's the only bite you get unless you discover some evidence that was not available before, you didn't know about, so that you can repetition. But you get one bite at that apple. You should do so. You should take that bite with the assistance of someone that can help you make the best of it the first time around.
To give you a little clip of what I was doing as far as the veterans, and there's going to be more, so now you got a taste of it, and there will be more, so hold your breath, stay tuned, continue watching the Artistic Talent Show, and you will be shared with more of what's going on with me and the veterans and other stuff that I'm doing. So take care now.